Alright, these just came out while I was scrolling through Instagram. Update 3.15 release notes. Let's get right into it. Player level cap. This is the big one. Well, I've already made a video, but In case you missed yesterday's announcement, starting with this update, you will be able to level up beyond player level 20, all the way to level 35. That means more to strive for and increased rewards from supply drops, incubators, and droning. The prehistoric journey continues. For more information, head to this link right here. New dinosaurs. Only one. It's Titanotarchus. I already know what it is. So, it has instant resilient strike, fierce impact, durable protective stance, and Thagomizer whip. Ooh. Greater rending counterattack and on escape reversal. Okay, so it has Thylos and Trepidus's on escape. So if Thagomizer Whip is not a move that targets all opponents, this is going to this is going to struggle with Phlox. If Thagomizer Whip is not a disperse move, just make it that way, or make Fierce Impact disperse Fierce Impact. I don't know. Along Titanotarchus's tail, Osteoderms form flexible but durable ridges. This allows this hybrid to deliver sweeping tail strikes that combine the brute force of a sauropod whip with the club-like shock of a stegosaurus. I'm pretty sure that's not correct. It should just be comma S, not S comma. A stegosaurus defense. Each strike capable of toppling even mid-sized carnivores. Fuse Titanotarchus from Titanosaur and Carnotarchus. Okay, big one. Let's hope this Apex is Indochicyon. Yes, here we go. This Apex creature was falling behind some other dinosaurs in its rarity and needed a spruce up. The major upgrades to this dino are to its stats and resistances, of course, with some tweaks to its abilities except for its on escape. Wait, what? Wait, except for its on escape, which will now automatically deal critical damage. Escaping at the Apex level is always a risky move, and it now becomes much more dangerous if you're facing the Indochicyon. The rest of the upgrades are more defensive in nature, with a health buff, and upgrades to its resistances such as damage over T and vulnerability. Great, that's what it needed, but it also should have got affliction resistance like Indoraptor. Okay. So it gets 150 health. It's completely immune to speed decrease. I mean, that wasn't an issue with it because it had illusion. So, to be honest, it was not needed. I would say the speed. I would say the deceleration immunity was not needed. Vulnerability up to 50%. That's good. Tier 5 enhancement pass. This is good because I might get mine soon. Will now cleanse damage reduction. Heal 1x of its attack value, and then cleanse all negative stats effects if visible at the start of the turn. So it no longer gains crit. Okay. I like that. Ability upgrades. Now increases critical chance by 30% for one turn, one attack. That's so bad. That's honestly so bad. So you took the enhancement, or what's it called again? Yeah, the enhancement passive, and put it onto Cloak. If it's one turn, one attack, doesn't that literally mean it's only going to last the turn that you use your cloak, your illusion? Okay. Bro, you should have just made illusion cleanse all negative status effects. Yeah, just make it cleanse all negative status effects, and then also go ahead and give it 100% chance to dodge 75%. No. 100% chance to dodge 67%. What is it? 75, right? It's 75%. Yeah. Yeah, just give it 100% chance to dodge 75% of damage for like one turn to attack or something like that. Okay. Lure. Really, bro, Lure is such a bad move. I don't know if this really does much, to be honest. Because Indochicyon, Well, actually, in this case, this means Indochicyon just does not need speed, really, then. Because it has illusion, then lure. But the speed is only 10%. Okay. On escape, breaking impact now attacks for 1.75 and crit damage. Okay, so that's a lot. So 1.7. Okay, so let's say you went for cloak. Okay, hold on. Not gonna lie, I am satisfied with this. It's just the speed decrease immunity was not needed. The illusion maybe could be better, to be honest. Still, lure could also still be better. I like the on escape breaking impact. I think that's really good. Yeah. Okay, this is not a community favorite epic. Okay, that's just weird. The Atrociraptors were the first introduction of the Berserk abilities, but the sands of time kept flowing and the Atrociraptor pack has started to fall a little behind. For Ghost, we've got some stat improvements and a new on-escape maneuver to help it perform additional crits with a 30% crit chance buff with the critical obstruction. That's that you don't put a comma there. It's literally just, but the sands of time kept flowing or keep flowing. Okay. Ludia does not know how to punctuate. I swear to God. Health up by 200. Attack up by 150. Crit chance up by 10%. It gains critical obstruction. This is really not going to do much. So all the Atrociraptors are getting a buff then. Okay. Tiger. Of all the Atrociraptors, Tiger was the one most in need of... No, it wasn't. Ghost was. Ghost was awful. Ghost was garbage. Several of its moves just felt dated to a bygone era of Jurassic World Alive. We've given her a refresher that includes some ability swapping with some other Atrociraptors to further tie each Dino's class combinations closer to their move sets. Shinri dot. Okay, this is where you do S comma because you're saying all the Dinos, like all the Atrociraptors, because there's what, 3 or 4? 4. Okay. Oh my God, health got upped by 500. Okay. Health got upped by 500. Attack got upped by 50. Armor got upped by 5%. Tiger's takedown. We don't know what that is, and we won't know till release notes. Or, I'm sorry, patch, or release, what's it called? Update day, sorry. Replaces decelerating impact, so I'm going to guess that's also a deceleration move. No longer has to swap in, and then gains Shouting Devour Counter Strike. Okay, that's good. Oh, imagine what a Trossamolic could get. And then... Sorry, not a Trossamolic. What's it called? No, that's right. A Trossamolic. Yeah, imagine an upgrade, or imagine what a Trossamolic would get. And then, what is that? A Trombolysis? Trombolysis would not get a buff. Red needed more alignment with her Cunning Resilient classification. She inherits the swap in that Tiger lost to help her with that change. We also took the opportunity to give this fast Atrociraptor an instant move, which should help to ensure KOs against opponents with lower health. Naturally, Red also got a stat bump to bring up her stats to the current curve. Health, ooh, Segnotherosaurus. Okay, that got a buff, okay. And it needed one because it's not that good. Okay, health up by 150, attack up by 150, speed up by 6, and it gains instant Cunning Strike over Resilient Strike and gains Swap and Shields. Okay. Insignotherosaurus, or Therosaurus. I think it's Therosaurus because it's not... Wait, Therizina. So you say... Yeah, so Segnothera. Yeah, Segnotherosaurus, yeah. This is only a minor change for the Segnotherosaurus. We weren't willing to commit to a more substantial change for this creature, but we also noticed her signature move was feeling a bit weak these days. Hence, it got a little buff as a treat. A damage buff that only affects the last hit of the ability and nullify all at the end of this ability, which should allow the Segnotherosaurus... It's an S, not a Z. Segnotherosaurus to act as a nullifying presence on your team. Also, this is getting a buff because it's getting an apex this this update, it's getting Beckelrisaurus, which is Becklophosaurus. Yeah, Becklophosaurus with Signatherosaurus, which makes Beckelrisaurus. Wild Triple Strike now adds 33% ferocity increase for 2 turns, 4 attacks in between the second and third strikes. Now nullifies at the end of the ability. Why not just nullify before the third attack? I don't know. Friendly battle improvements. This is a big one. Another big one. The team has been hard at work improving the player experience for friendly battles. This is a big first step, and there are some kinks to be worked out, such as the invitations not always appearing between iOS and Android devices. We are pleased to announce that players should be able to connect and battle in a friendly manner starting with update 3.15. We are looking forward to hearing your feedback as more improvements are being planned in the future. Please use this form to report issues with further... Okay, whatever, I don't care. Okay, level 26 always felt like a strange middle ground. Not quite maxed out, not quite true endgame, so we're changing that. Starting in update 3.15, friendly battles and skill tournaments will now feature creatures at their max level. That means you'll get to experience your favorite creatures at full power, just like in top arenas, whether you're competing weekend tournaments or battling for battling friends for fun. So now friendly battles will just be your normal creatures in wait, so tournaments? Okay, no, okay, it says in skill tournament. Skill tournaments will also be with boosts? Bro, what's the point between skill and advantage then? Because advantage means you have the advantage because you're using your boosted creatures, and skill just means, oh, everyone's using the same thing, same level, you just gotta be better at it. So now all tournaments are gonna be the same format? Okay. Oh. Passive abilities, health threshold changes. From now on, threshold-based counter and on-escape abilities will check your dino's health when the ability activates. These abilities trigger automatically, so the game should handle the threshold automatically too. There should be a comma before the two, there should be a comma between automatically and two. For abilities you choose yourself, the threshold is still checked at the start of the turn when you make your move. Tier 5 enhancements are not affected by this change. Each one still follows its own timing rules. On-escape abilities and counters. Like what? I honestly can't think of any on-escape or counters like that. I mean, I guess maybe like Argenterix in Dialysis Orion. That's really about it that I can think off the top of my head. Brawl update. Okay. This is in fact me, whatever. Where's Brawl? We hear you asking. Good news, Brawl will be back in action in September with a whole new set of dinosaurs to battle with and new rewards to collect. Stay tuned for more details soon. Bug fixes. Here we go. Isle of Trials is now more stable on older devices. Camera angles now have a smooth transition at the end of raids and ISA event boss battles. In battle, the damage preview of a threshold ability should now correctly display according to secure versus threatened states, because this was an issue that I noticed, especially with Ovi Lincoln and its alert critical group defense, and I believe that would also carry on to Ovinilophosaurus. Changing in-game username no longer causes a soft lock, and app relaunch is required. Friendly battles can now be started. Please see above for more information. During strike towers, the game will no longer incorrectly display the number of defeats required to complete the event. Okay, good. And then you have all these issues, yada, yada, yada. But that wraps up update 3.15. My opinion on it, we could have got better buffs. To be honest, for more other things. Because the Atrociraptors are not community favorite creatures. When we say, when Ludia said community favorite creatures or whatever, or fan favorites, whatever, we are expecting things like Erlica Gamma, Velociraptor, Thylacatator. I heard some people saying Sarcorixis, but a Sarcorixis does not need a buff. And that's really it that I can think off the top of my head. But like, I'll just say Velociraptor, Erlica Gamma, Thylacatator, etc. Because all three have fallen behind. Yeah. All three have fallen behind to a bygone era. But if you enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the update down in the comments below. So until the next one, stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.